What is up, foodies? We are here today in Berkeley Springs and we are at Mythical Pizza. I am so excited to try this new spot. We drove all the way out here. It was about an hour trip, but not too bad. But I am here for one thing and one thing only, and that is the deep dish delish. That is the Grafton Monster Style Deep Dish Pizza. I saw it on the foodies page and I just had to have it. Let's go, and I'm so excited to bring you guys here. What is up, foodies? We are here with Cal, the GM of Mythical Pizza. Cal, thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you for joining us.
This is such an awesome place. The moment I walked through the door, I felt like I was transported to like a whole new world.
That's the idea of it, man.
So I want to talk a little bit about how did this whole concept and thing come to be?
So Tony and Megan Burgess, they're actually the owners of this establishment. They started Obitco back in 2008, and eventually they came around to the idea of wanting to open up a restaurant here in Berkeley Springs. They saw a need for it, of affordable food, and they love pizza, so that's where the idea kind of came up of a pizza restaurant. Their daughter, Gabby, she actually came up with the idea for the name. And then Tony, he's the owner, he just kind of took it and ran with it. And that's kind of how we got to here.
That is amazing. And honestly, like the branding, just the whole mythical and just having all the cryptids is such a cool concept. And it's really a love letter to West Virginia in a way.
Exactly.
And I see like the Mothman is incorporated everywhere as well.
Yes, he is our closest cryptid that we have here. Him and Bigfoot are kind of our main mascots per se.
Awesome. So another thing that was like really kind of not threw me off guard, but I was like, whoa, this is so sick, is like the type of food that you guys have. Everything has a catchy name, like Yeti's Pepperoni Pie, a Krampus Story. Kind of talk to me a little bit about that.
So the owner actually comes up with all the names for everything. He's came up with, I'd say, about 80% of the pizzas. I've added some of my personal touch in there with the cheeseburger pizza and the Brussels sprout pizza. Some of the edges that, we've collaborated on kind of came up with that. The rolls actually were an idea from an employee. They get a lunch provided for them on their break. And they actually took that and they play around with our food. We're a family-owned business. We like to play with our food here, kind of come up with new ideas that way. And so I saw him make it for his lunch one day. I said, that's awesome. Went and showed Tony, and he said, let's add it to the menu the next week.
That is incredible to see that the employees actually have like some ownership over here of like, they make an item and it's actually listed on the menu.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We care a lot about what they think here.
That's incredible. And you only get that at a family-owned business.
Yeah, no, seriously. It's been an amazing year and a half that I've been here personally.
So I want to talk about some of the finishes and then also like some of the flavored edges. That is so unique. So we have hot Cheeto edge. Talk to me about that. That is so crazy. I've never seen anything like that.
So honestly, we started doing our stuffed crust pizza a few months ago, and then we noticed that pretty much every other person gets a stuffed crust at this point. And we realized that people really love different crust and edges and stuff. So we kind of did the Loch Ness garlic edge. That's the seasoning that we use in our Brussels sprouts and our broccoli. On the deep dish pizza, for the crust of that, the Loch Ness garlic edge automatically goes on that. From there, we kind of realized, what is everybody else not doing? What can we do differently? And that's when we kind of came up with let's try crushed chips. Blue Taki, hot Cheeto, the Doritos Nacho. Everybody loves that type of stuff. So,
great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I am going to bring in my expert on cryptids to talk to you a little bit more about that, okay?
Awesome.
All right, foodies, so we're back here. We've already talked about the food, and as you know, the food is very important, but so is the atmosphere, the ambiance. So let's talk about the cryptids a little bit. So you can see I got my Mothman shirt here from Mythical Pizza. Being in West Virginia, we have a lot of cryptids. We have Mothman, we got the Flatwoods Monster. So let's just talk about kind of, the theming here, and why was cryptids what was chosen?
We really wanted to pay homage to West Virginia, kind of do something different than most places. We're here in the mountains. People, know there's mystery out here. You don't know what's in the woods back there. It has a lot of people wondering about it. It draws people here. So we kind of took that and took the food aspect and said, how can we combine those?
Awesome, and you've got so much cool decor here. So if you could pick one piece that you got hanging on the walls, you know, in the bathroom, all over the place, what would you say is your favorite piece of decor here?
My favorite piece, and honestly, I plan on eventually getting it tattooed, is that LED UFO and the pizza light over there. That's just the one thing that always draws my attention in here.
I went into the bathroom and I saw the newspaper clippings from UFO sightings and Bigfoot sightings, and I was like, this is so cool. Like, it just hits kind of on that cryptid, that nostalgia. And I also see you got some like 90s nostalgia here. You got Spider-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it's just such a cool feeling. And the last thing I really wanted to touch on was, you know, this is also a really kid-friendly place. You got some cool games here. You got all kinds of cool stuff for them to look at. You got Bob the Builder on TV. So explain to me kind of, you know, the reason behind that, like the family-friendly environment and.
So we really wanted to make a place that was inclusive for everybody. We really care about accessibility here and making sure that everybody has a good time. Employee-wise, customer-wise, we want, you know, if we're not in a good mood back there having fun, then can't joke with the customers, and they're not going to have as much fun. So being able to create a space that both back there and out here is fun, and, you know, we have Bob the Builder, we have Wipeout. People will come in and watch with their families. Sometimes we have trivia on at night that people can join in and play trivia games while they're eating dinner and such. We care about everybody. We want everybody to come and give us a try.
Awesome. Well, we've loved our time here. This has been so much fun. This is a hidden gem in Morgan County here by Berkeley Springs. You guys got to come out ASAP.